Oh, hello there. This hour on Verbling, the next in my Business Basics class. Let me just get my name on the screen so you can know who I am. There we go. In Business Basics, we work on important communication strategies to help you in your professional life. Key words, key phrases for different kinds of professional situations that may come up in your work. You don't have to be a business person to take part in this class because everything we do will come up in some way in pretty much every kind of occupation. And today will be no different. We're going to work on the key skill of asking for things. Some people feel very shy about this, and if your language skills are not up to par, or you don't feel comfortable, it could be even more difficult. So we're going to work today on how to ask for something. Quick introduction while we're waiting for other people to come in. I'm John Eric, your Verbling teacher for this hour. I'm an American teacher from New York, coming at you today from Lisbon, Portugal, to bring you this class. If you click on my name in the Verbling website, or you can also click on my name in the Verbling chat window, it'll take you to my profile page right here. Follow me on the left to get notifications of my upcoming group classes. Also, following a teacher allows you to communicate with that teacher in the message window on the top right side. Or you can book a class or a private tutoring session or a private package of classes, and I'll work with you on creating a personalized learning program to help get you to your goals. Actually, my first package is running right now in Verbling. I have a pronunciation course that I've been putting together, so I just launched it the other day, so that might be interesting. If you are interested, send me a message first so I can be absolutely sure there's time for you in my schedule and there's no conflicts or anything like that. Okay, let's get started with how to ask for something. Oh, what an important skill. Let's see who's out there. Welcome back, Misan. How are you?
I came again.
Welcome back. You're
Thank you.
supposed to. You're supposed to stay with me all the time. Never leave me, Misan.
Yes, it's good time for me.
Welcome back, Mateo. How are you?
Ayla, fine, thanks.
Excellent. Lena, nice to see you again from last week. Hello, Lena.
Hi.
Excellent. And Mr. Frederick, how are you today?
Hello, I'm good, and you? How are you?
Very good, very good. All right, let's take a look at how to ask for something. If you want to download a copy of this, you have a link. There we go. If you don't see that link, I'll put it in the group chat for you, okay? So you can open this if you can't see it or you want to review it later. And to get started, I've got a question for you. Here it is. First, I should identify our goal. In this lesson, you will learn polite and more direct ways of asking for things. So let's start off by talking about your experience. Number one, what do you often ask these people for? Okay? A boss, a customer, a supplier, a colleague, a bank manager. Let's start there talking about your experience. Okay? Frederick, which of these do you talk to on a regular basis?
To a colleague, yeah.
I talk to colleagues on a regular basis.
Yeah.
All right. What do you often ask your colleagues for besides money? No, I'm just kidding.
Well, I ask for information about what they are doing what issue they are trying to fix now, and maybe if they can help me on an issue I'm trying to fix. So, but basically, we exchange information.
Very good. Notice, here's a little correction. I asked them what, you said issue. but actually we need to say issues they are
Issue.
trying to fix. Do you know why I have to make it plural? You know why I say issues and not issue?
More or less.
Well, what do you think?
Because there is a multiple issue, maybe? No?
Yeah, but it's got nothing to do with reality. It's got nothing to do with the real world. It's a grammatical thing.
Ah, okay. No, I have no idea. So.
The rule is, here's the rule. To generalize in English, use the plural. Use the plural. It sounds much more natural because in a Latin language, you would say, you know, il cane, right? You'd say the dog, the cat is a nice pet. Sorry about the noise in the background. It'll be over in a second. I need coffee, so I have to make a coffee. Sorry about that. You know how you say the dog is a nice pet. We say dogs are nice pets. It doesn't mean we have many dogs. So just keep that in mind. To speak in general, always use the plural. It'll always sound natural. Okay?
Okay.
I'm going to come back to these ideas that you present in just a minute because I want to ask you how you go about asking your colleagues or how you would go about asking them in English. Okay, but first let's get some ideas. Lena, what about you? Which of these do you speak with the most?
I would say colleague as well.
Colleagues as well? Okay, and what kinds of things do you talk about?
For example, to ask for help.
To ask
for some information. For example, do you have a second? Could you help me on that, please? Could you show me how can I use that or something like that?
Okay, so you might ask your colleagues, instead of help, I'm going to give you a good business English word. You might ask them for assistance. Sounds better. Sounds more businesslike. I might ask them for assistance with a problem that I'm facing in the workplace. Help is okay, but help, when you said I asked them for help, I thought you meant, you know, like you're having a health problem or something. Help! Help, I'm drowning! I asked my colleagues for assistance with work-related issues. Okay, very good. Hey, do any of you speak to other people besides colleagues? What about the others? Boss, manager, supplier, customer. What about the rest of you? Just curious. Matteo, what about you? Do you have a boss? Or are you lucky?
In the past, I had a boss.
In the past, you had a boss.
Now, in the past, I had the boss. Now I'm boss.
Now you are the boss.
Yeah, because I'm boss of myself. And okay, and I have customers.
So you talk to your customers regularly, right?
Yeah.
Great. What kinds of things do you talk to them? What do you ask them for? I know that you're going to sell them things, but what do you ask of them? What do you ask them for?
Oh, usually in the last time, and when my customers buy something, and after I asked often that it's everything is right. If there are some problem that resolve and other things for just for assistance.
Okay. So
And
let's call that customer satisfaction because this is a business English class. Let's
yeah,
call that customer satisfaction. Yeah, satisfaction. I asked them about their customer satisfaction.
Yeah.
Just like Lena said, I would correct her and say assistance, so that we know she's talking about work, not life. I asked about customer satisfaction. Good.
Often we prepare survey and our customers.
Often we prepare surveys. Repeat after me. Often we prepare surveys.
Yeah.
Surveys in the plural. Matteo, I need to hear you say that. Often we prepare surveys.
Yeah. And for no
You really don't want to repeat me. I'm going to make you do it. Surveys.
surveys.
Thank you. Because, like what Frederic said, remember,
Yeah.
you can't use the singular when you're making
Yeah,
a generalization.
this is my problem. Usually I forget that when it's plural. Usually I forgot say S, final S.
I know. Because in Italian it's an E, but in English it's an S. But that's it.
The last time that I must talk in English, Spanish, and Italian.
Right. Well, here's your chance to practice. I often send them surveys. So these are customer satisfaction surveys. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay, good. So these are two good examples. Asking for assistance from colleagues, getting customer satisfaction feedback. Nissan,
Yeah.
what about you? Who do you speak with the most?
The supplier.
Suppliers. Okay, good. What do you ask of those people? What do you usually ask them for?
Ask them order the materials,
Mm-hmm.
and sometimes ask them defect goods about defect good. And then
What kinds of things do you need from suppliers? In other words, what's your product? What do you make?
Electric materials.
Uh-huh. Ah,
Yeah.
okay.
I run a business, a wholesale dealer in my country. Yeah. Now I'm in America. I'm from my country.
So in Korea, the business is based in Korea? Is that
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
Ah,
yeah.
okay. And what kinds of things do you wholesale? What kinds of things?
Electric materials.
Like what? Like taser guns? Like what?
No. It needs home, the lamp or everything for electric things.
Dishwashers?
Not just
No.
not just a lamp or wires or transmission.
Transistors?
Yeah, transistors.
Ah,
Okay.
okay.
Yeah,
Transistors.
kind of things, many things.
Okay, very good.
Mhm.
Great. So give us a link to your website and we'll all buy our electronical supplies from you. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right? Let's see if we can help out Nissan's business. So I guess we would call those, I don't even know what to call those. I guess we would just say, Nissan in English, I sell electronics. I guess.
Electronics. Okay.
Yeah, I can't think of a good general word because when you said electrical earlier, I thought you meant appliances, but then because you said everything electrical. So for me, appliances like a dishwasher are electrical.
I
So
mean
then you,
supplier.
electrical supplies.
Yes.
Yeah. But maybe, yeah, okay, so maybe I would say electronics. Electronics. I'm just guessing this is the right way to say it for you. Electronics and electrical supplies.
Electrical supplies.
Yeah, those two. Okay, very good, very good.
Yeah.
So we've got a customer, we've got colleagues, we've got a supplier. Mr. Na, what about you? Do you have a boss? Do you have a customer? Do you have a bank manager? What do you do, Mr. Na?
A bank manager.
Excellent. What do you ask the bank manager for?
I will ask him or her to borrow me some money.
Oh, wow. Maybe I could talk to your bank manager then, because I'd like to borrow money too.
yeah, and me and you, I think we are broke.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, that's right. So you could say I may ask for a loan. The official word. I may ask for a loan. Okay, very good.
Can I use a lend?
A lien. A lien is different.
Yeah.
A lien is different because a lien is when particularly the government is forcing you to repay. It's usually the government. It could be a private company too. But like, for example, if you don't pay your taxes, this is a good word, by the way, Mr. Na. That's a good word. I'm glad you brought it up. A lien is like basically repayment, but it's not voluntary. So I'll give you an example. If you don't pay your taxes, government can put a lien on your paycheck, and that's the verb. To put a lien on. And it's usually your income, right? Often in the bank we ask something to the teller, right? You ask things to the teller. The person at the window is the teller, Mr. Matteo. Right. Not at the teller, Mr. Matteo, to the teller.
I think cashier, teller. Like cashier, yeah.
Cashier is at the grocery store, the supermarket. Because the cashier is handling cash. The teller is handling transactions. So they're a little bit different. So if you go to the convenience store, it's a cashier, but at the bank we say teller or bank clerk, but that's not used so much. Because the teller is a person responsible for transactions. So teller, transactions, cashier, cash. If that makes sense. All right.
Thanks.
All right. So listen, now that we've got a few ideas and we got some good vocabulary, take a look at this. I want you to talk about the last time you asked these people for things. Did anything unusual happen? Okay, think about the last time. Give me a short anecdote. For example, I'll tell you something. The last time I tried to talk to my bank manager, this is a true story. The manager kept me waiting for nearly 2 hours. It was at the end of the day. There were not that many people in front of me, maybe 2 people in front of me, and I had a 2-hour wait. And when it was finally my turn, I asked politely, what did I ask for? Can't even remember why I was there. I was there for so long I forgot why I was there. Oh, I wanted to know why I was getting strange transactions on my account. That's what it was. Because I was making all these payments, and they were showing up as payments, but the principal of a loan, right? We say the principal and the payments. Principal is the main amount you owe. So like if you have a house loan or car loan, the principal. You know what? Now I'm not sure if I'm spelling principal. It's a P-A-L or P. I think it's P-A-L. Let me just make sure. I always get confused with principal and principal. The principal. Give me a second. You see, I shouldn't bring up extra words because then I get lost. Constituting principal or capital. So that should be it. That should be it. Okay, I hope I'm not telling you the wrong information here because it's really easy to get these things mixed up. I think I got it. So I think it's P-A-L-E. You might want to double check this because there's principal, like the main thing. Then there's principal spelled P-A-L. Hold on a second. No, I think it is. I think it is principal spelled the original way, because principal seems to be a person only. No, it's a person. So no, it's not that one. Sorry, it's the other principal. Okay, let's do that again. So principal, the principal payment. Yeah, even I'm confused. Hold on a second. You got 2 words that are similar. So I guess principal, P-A-L, is always a person. So I guess it's the principal amount with the normal spelling. Anyway, it wasn't going down. So I went in there to ask after waiting for 2 hours. And I said, would you be able to tell me what's going on with the amount that I've been paying. In the end, the explanation wasn't really very good. The person before me had a similar problem to me, and instead of asking, began shouting. And it seemed like he got a lot better service than I did, and I was very polite. So there's my funny story. I can go over the difference of what we said, because that's what we're going to look at, how we form polite requests. I said, would you be able to? Would you be able to tell me, say, explain, etc.? The other guy was just screaming incoherently, but he got a lot better service than I did. Frederic, what about you? You said you talk a lot to colleagues. Did anything unusual ever happen when you had to talk to colleagues in English?
Not with my colleagues, but actually I have asked for information last week to my bank manager.
Right.
And well, I'm still waiting for an answer because there is some debits on my accounts that I don't know where they come from.
They come from the small print in your contract. That's where they come from.
Yeah, I think so.
I have the exact same thing. I have all these debits. I have no idea where they come from.
Yeah, and so last Thursday I asked him, and well, I asked him using their website, and so I'm still waiting for an answer.
Wow, interesting. So that was because you didn't speak to someone face to face.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know, No, I don't think so. It's because I think it was not the good person, maybe,
Maybe so you got a hold of the wrong person.
Yeah.
Okay, but this was all done in French, not in English, right?
Yes, in French, yeah.
Okay. We'll see how we could handle that situation in English. Let me get one more anecdote from all of you before we go forward and look at actual examples here. Lena, what about you? You said you're often asking colleagues. Do you ever ask these things in English?
Yes, in the past I did ask for some information in English.
And how did that go? Do you remember a specific time when it didn't go specifically as expected?
Actually, it was a long time ago. I can think of anything unusual now, yeah. Yeah, I think everything went pretty well. They understood me in spite of my bad English.
Not that bad. Not that bad English. Acceptable English. Nice English. Well, I'm just curious. Let's go back to a situation that you mentioned, and let's see how you would actually go about asking for help. Okay? So, Frederic, if you're speaking in English and you're speaking face-to-face, what would you have said to your bank manager? Give me a sentence that you think would have been effective.
Would you mind give me some explanation on these debits?
On these debits, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Class, what do you think? Is there anything you would change? Look in the chat window. Anything you would change about his request?
I would change. I would say, would you mind giving me? After mind, we need in ink form.
Exactly. There are certain words that are always followed by the ing form. Actually, there's a group, Frederic, which are verbs of perception. Also, any verb that doesn't express an action, pretty much any verb can be followed with the ing form. So would you mind giving me instead of give? Okay, so that's the first change. Would you mind giving me some explanation? not on, but about. Also, should we say, give me some explanation? I would say maybe, would you mind just, how about we just say explaining? Would you mind explaining how these debits got, how these debits got on my, what do you call it? Extract. That's in Portuguese, sorry. In English, what do you call it? Statement. We say statement in English. Bank statement. Okay? So I'm making 3 changes. Mine plus ing. Instead of give me some explanation, we'll just say, would you mind explaining? And the last is, for debits, because it's at the bank, we'll say bank statement. That's the thing that you see when you go online or that you print out to see the transactions per month. Okay? Any questions about those changes?
No, it's okay.
Yeah? Okay, Misan, you talk a lot to your suppliers. Imagine you were asking them something in English, not Korean, right? Imagine you're asking for a particular part. How would you ask them for what you need? Do you ever speak to them in English, or is it always in Korean?
Always in Korea.
Well, this time you're going to speak to your American supplier. Give me an example of something you might ask for.
Would you mind sending some many pictures?
I'm gonna forbid you to say would you mind. You must use a different expression.
Okay.
What do you think?
I want to say like some exchange the problem goods. I want to exchange my problem goods.
You want to exchange your problem goods. That means that you bought something that has a defect. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. So
I would like to I would like to exchange the pictures that I ordered before. Could you help me my order?
Okay, could you help me with my order?
With my order.
Good. Could you help me with
my order?
Okay, good. I would like to exchange.
Yeah.
I'm just going to put a little X for you because you can insert anything you like. I'd like to exchange these X. You'll see this in the chat window. X means you insert whatever word is necessary. I'd like to exchange these X for those Y. Take a look in the chat window, and I want you to fill in X and Y. What words specifically could you use? What are the products you're talking about?
Many things I don't remember. I don't remember that at the time about the time. So just imagine. So could you help me with my order? Okay.
Why don't you try it like this? Imagine something. I'd like to exchange these electronic supplies for those. These are damaged. I'd like to exchange these damaged supplies for those working supplies or those new supplies. Could you help me with my order? So X and Y are the 2 things you want to exchange. Okay? Just to give you a few examples. Okay, one more. Let's see, Mr. Mateo, you're speaking to your customers. Imagine your customer is an American. Let's imagine. But what's the product or service? Remind me what you do. What product or service are you selling?
Okay, usually I selling just advice.
What kind of advice?
In real estate investment.
Oh, okay, great. So you work for Remax?
No. Different. But I imagine some situation in the, if I have a American customer.
Like me.
Ah, okay. Okay, and then I call you, okay, and I asked you, oh, Mr. John, that I see that I saw that you buy our service on our website, and now you. Oh my God!
Customer
I see your email that you asked us help for this question on real estate investment in New York City.
Ah, okay.
Which is a problem that you have. I stay here for help you.
Okay, good. Which is the problem, he said, that you have? I stay here to help you. Okay, good. So this is a perfect example of the message is clear, but the form is not perfect. We need to make a change or two.
Yeah.
Class, let's help Matteo out. What do you see, especially in the last two parts, what do you see that he could say more effectively? What do you think, class?
The verb stayed, past I stayed here to help you.
Okay. I don't know if we need the past. I think we need a different verb.
Ah, really?
Yeah, I wouldn't say I stay because he's not living with us, so he's not staying with us. Stay is when you live with someone. I'm staying with my mother for Christmas.
Okay.
So what should we say? This is a little trick because if you don't speak a Latin language, you might not see what the correction is. In a Latin language like Italian or Portuguese, stay and be are almost the same word. They're interchangeable in some situations. So what you need to say is, I am here to help you, not I stay here to help you.
Yeah, I am here.
I am here to help you. So that's the first change. Okay. Any other suggestions, class, before I tell you? Lena, let me get Lena's idea. What was you saying? What were you saying, Lena?
I suggested to say I would be very happy to help you.
Absolutely. You can make it sound even more polite. I'd be very happy to help you. I'd be delighted to assist you. Even better, right? You can add some extra words to increase the politeness of the statement. Okay, but there's another problem with which is the problem that you have. That's the problem we need to fix. Any solutions before I tell you, class?
I would say instead I have noticed that you bought not buy. So I don't think that you can buy a service. You just.
Well, you can buy a service. You could, but yeah, it might be a better verb. First of all, it should be I saw that you bought, not that you buy. And second, maybe buy is not the best verb. Yeah, I agree with you. I saw that you what? What could we say?
Purchase.
Even better, yeah. I saw that you purchased our service. Okay, that's even better than buy. It sounds much more appropriate for an online service or for a transaction purchase. All right. Or I saw that you used our service to get advice for real estate. There's no one right answer. But yeah, I agree. Purchase sounds better than buy. One more correction. Instead of which is the problem, which is Italian, you need to say what. What is the problem? Not which. Which is when you have a choice of 2 or 3 things. What is when you have a choice of unlimited things. You could have any problem in the world. Right? So what problem do you have or are you having? which is meaning right now. Mateo, those two could solve the problem. Those two versions. What the? Oh, I'm sorry. Wait, I made a mistake. Oh, I made a typo. 1 second. Not what the problem. Sorry. What problem do you have, or what problem are you having at the moment?
Oh, probably it's correct. It's what problem do you?
No, they're both correct. They're both correct. You can say either. I'm giving you two choices, so both are correct. If you're on the phone, it's probably better to say what problem are you having in that particular moment.
Yeah, I would say having.
Okay, so not which, but what, and not what is the problem, but just what problem. What problem are you having? How can I be of assistance? Okay, so what I want you to do is listen to some conversations about people asking for things. I want you to be able to answer these questions. Who are the speakers? What do they ask for? Who is polite? And who makes demands? All right, so if that's clear, give me just a second, and we will begin. I need just to get to my. I need to get to my transcript because I don't have this in the. I didn't put the transcript in the material yet. I'll have to do it after class. It's not there yet. Give me just a second. 1 moment. This is. I think this is right. Okay, this should be it. Okay, listen carefully. We have how many conversations? We have 2. Yeah, it looks like we have 2 conversations. Let me just double check that I'm in the right place, because I didn't have time to put this into the material, so now I'm not sure which is which. You are going to listen to, no, it's just going to be 1 conversation here. Yeah, okay, no. I just want you to listen to the first conversation. The second one is for the end of the class. So listen to the first conversation. Here we go. 2 people speaking. I'm going to call them by names. The first is Alvaro, and the second is a woman named Susan. Okay? Alvaro and Susan. So who are the speakers? What kind of people are they? What do they do? What do they ask for? Who is polite and who makes demands? Listen 1 time. Alvaro. Hello, I'd like to speak to Susan Crawley, please. Susan. Speaking. Alvaro. Hello, Susan. It's Alvaro Gomez from Delexi Systems here. I'm afraid you still haven't paid for the computers we installed 3 months ago. Susan. Yes, Alvaro. We seem to have lost the invoice. Would you mind sending me a duplicate? Alvaro. Susan, we've already sent you 2 duplicate invoices, and now we'd like you to pay for the computers. Susan. Alvaro, I'm afraid we're having some cash flow problems right now. Do you think you could wait until next month? Alvaro. I'm under some serious pressure from my company to collect payment for this equipment, Susan. We expect you to pay before the end of June. Susan. Don't worry, Alvaro. We're waiting on a big payment of a big project ourselves, and that's the reason for the delay. Alvaro. Okay, Susan. We can give you another 2 weeks, but if we don't receive payment by then, I'm afraid we'll have to send someone around to pick up the computers. Susan. Oh, that won't be necessary, Alvaro. I can assure you we'll have the money by then. Alvaro. I'll take your word for it. I'll call you again in 2 weeks if I don't hear from you before then. Goodbye, Susan. Susan. Okay, Alvaro. Bye-bye. Okay, you've listened to it 1 time, and you identify who the speakers are. who they are, what they do, that kind of thing. Who wants it? Mr. Na? What do you think?
Me? Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think? Who are these people?
People, I think,
what's their relationship? What's their relationship?
Susan buys some computer from Galaxy, I think. Yeah.
That's right.
Galaxy.
Good.
Galaxy, and she didn't pay money for this company.
Okay, but that's absolutely true. But what's the relationship? Susan is the what? Alvaro is the what? What can we call their relationship? Their roles in this relationship? They're not husband and wife.
Susan is customer.
Exactly. Susan is the customer or a customer, right? And Alvaro is?
Alvaro is a supplier. Supplier.
Right. I agree. Alvaro is the supplier, and or the sales rep, could be sales rep, right?
Yeah, sales rep.
Sales rep for representative. Good. And Susan is a customer. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Let's see. Frederick, what do they ask for?
I've asked for Susan to pay for the computer they buy. They bought.
Mm-hmm. They bought.
They bought.
Okay. So you could say, let me just correct you there. He asks for repayment. Do you agree? He asks for repayment.
For repayment. Okay.
Okay, good. And what were you going to say? Something else?
And Susan asks for a delay.
Asks for a delay. Delay.
Delay.
Good. Delay. How do you say delay in French?
Delay.
That's what I thought. So repeat after me. Delay. Delay.
Delay.
Right. So we have to move the stress on the second syllable. Delay. So Susan asks for a delay. Frederic, to win the cookie, why does she ask for a delay?
Because they run out of cash.
Yeah. Do you remember the word she uses?
No.
She says, did anyone get it? We're having what kind of a problem? Did anyone catch the word?
Cash flow problem.
Fantastic. Right. Good business English term. She's having a, look in the chat window, cash flow problem. That means
John, in this case, cash flow problem, it's they don't have income.
Yeah.
Okay. But income or gain?
No, income.
Income, yeah.
Yeah, but if you say I don't have an income, you sound like you don't know how to run your company. So you don't say that. You say, I have a cash flow problem, which sounds much nicer. Okay, but yes, she has no income for whatever reason.
Thanks.
For whatever reason, we don't know why. Lena, who is polite out of the two? Who is polite?
Actually, I'm not sure. I think Alvaro is pretty polite.
Yeah, Alvaro, you mean?
Yes, Alvaro Gomez. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay, you think he's polite? Okay, but compared to Susan, who needs to be more polite in this situation?
Susan needs to be more polite because
Precisely.
He owes him. I mean, he hasn't paid her bills. Yeah, I mean Susan's company.
Right. So she's polite because she wants Alvaro basically to give her a delay. So
yes.
She really needs to be polite. Was she polite? Was Susan polite?
I think she tried to be polite, yes.
Yeah, yeah, she tried to be polite. She certainly didn't sound abrupt or rude, so yeah, I think it works. And the last question is pretty obvious, but let's ask it anyway. Misan, who makes demands and why in this dialogue? Who makes demands? What do you think, Misan?
Susan.
Susan makes demands? I don't think so.
Maybe
she's not in a position to make demands.
Both of them.
But is Alvaro in a position to make a demand from her?
I think both of them.
Really? But here's the thing. Susan,
because Alvaro wants to the due date, and Susan wants to more delay for payment. So
but she doesn't demand it. She asks. See, that's the difference. Susan asks for the delay, but Alvaro demands something. Do you remember what he demanded? What did Alvaro demand? Yeah.
He demands that the specific time.
That's right.
Time. Yeah, specific time. Yes.
He demands that she repay within how long? Did anyone catch that? How long?
A month. I think a month.
2 weeks.
2 weeks. Okay, 2 weeks and Susan 1 month.
Yeah, Susan wants a month and he gives her 2 weeks.
Okay.
Okay. And his demand is, well, you're going to see it in just a second, okay, before we go. All right. So what I want you to do is I want you to pick out the key phrases that you heard by filling in the blanks. Look at the extract from the conversation. Don't look at the extract because I didn't put it there. But from memory, using your best English for making demands and polite requests, I want you to fill in the missing words as best you can. Okay? Let's go around the room and try it. And don't worry if it's the same as what you heard. It doesn't have to be exactly the same as long as it makes sense. Okay? So, Mr. Mateo, try number 1 for us.
Hello. I need to speak to Susan Crowley, please.
Okay. Did you say I'm or I?
No, I say I need to speak.
I need to speak. Okay. I need to speak to. I need to speak to. Okay. You could definitely say that. Not a problem. Hello, I need to speak to Susan Crowley, please. It's okay. That might sound a little bit demanding. If you wanted to be a little bit more polite, how could we soften the tone just a touch?
Oh, polite.
A little bit more polite. What could we say?
I could say...
Instead of need, what could we say? The need is a little bit strong.
Hello, I would to speak to Susan Crowley, please.
Would what? Would
to speak.
Would to doesn't exist. Would, you need a verb. Would do, would say, would give. I need a verb, Mateo.
Okay. I would do speak. No.
No. Lena's got the answer. Lena, what is it?
I would like.
I would like to speak.
Would like. It's when.
It's correct.
Yeah, no, because I think another situation. Okay, yeah.
In Italian, I guess you don't necessarily say I would like. What would you say? It's a different verb, isn't it?
No, here in Italy, probably, we don't, we not use the word like.
Because you say what?
It's here. It's
Vorrei.
Most directly.
Mm-hmm. But use the verb to want in Italian. Vorrei or something.
Sì.
Vorrei parare.
No. Here it's can.
Ah, okay.
Posso parlare con.
Posso parlare. Okay, I got it. So that would be, listen to that one, Matteo, because it translates really well. It would be, am I able to speak to, like this. Am I able to speak to Susan Crowley, please? So it's not something that we always say, but it works. It works because it sounds a little bit extra polite. Of course, you're able to. There's nothing wrong with your ears or your mouth. But it means, it's like saying, could I? It's another way to say it. Could I speak? Okay. So, but that's okay. You can say, am I able to speak? Or even better, let's give two versions. Could I speak? By the way, this is not what she said. She said, I would like to speak. That's what she said in the audio. But you could say, could I speak to Susan? Or instead of am I able, that does sound a bit strange. Let's say, would I be able to? That's more like posso parlare. Would I be able to? So for us, we have to use it in a conditional. Would I? Okay? So as a direct translation, not as a direct, as a proper translation of posso, it would be, would I be able? In that context. And that sounds really good, by the way. So I definitely use it. Okay, let's see if we can finish this exercise. And on Wednesday, you're going to practice these on your own, and then we're going to try it out in a situation where you need to ask for things, particularly for things that you might be uncomfortable asking for, just like you heard in this dialogue. Misan, what do you think about number 2?
I don't know.
Make a guess. Make an educated guess.
I read many times, right? Just before how can I speak it?
I'll give you a hint. There are 2 words. And one of those words will be in the gerund form, in the ing form. That helps you. Remember what she said, because she said, I never received the invoice, and the guy was like, that's not true. Right? So she's basically lying or exaggerating. So, but she has to ask in a very polite way. So what's a super polite way to say, give me a duplicate, in a super polite way? Want to try it or pass?
Pass.
Pass. Okay. Who wants it? Who wants it?
Yeah. I would like to try.
Go for it.
Would you mind sending me a duplicate?
That's right. She said, would you mind sending me? That's right. Would you mind sending? So mind plus ing. Okay. Mr. Frederic, what do you remember for number 3?
No, we'd need you to pay for the computers.
We'd need you to pay. Need you to pay. And that fits. Sounds a little demanding, though. What if you soften your tone just a bit?
No, we'd like you to pay.
We'd like you to pay. So we'd like you to. Both answers are good. The second answer sounds a bit more polite. Okay? And that's what was said in the recording. We'd like you to pay for the computers. Lena, number 4.
Do you... I don't know. I'm not sure how many words are missing.
A lot.
2?
3. I count 3 words that are missing. Remember, this is Susan speaking in number 4. She wants a delay. Susan wants a delay. How does she politely ask for a delay? I'm using 3 words, but remember, there's more than one way to say this. And we've got like 20 seconds left. You got to hurry.
Do you give me an opportunity to wait until next month?
Do you give me? Not exactly because of the do. The do is in the present. So it would be, in your case, we'd say, would you give me an opportunity? Could you? So with do, we have to use a different expression. Anyone else want to try? Do you? She's asking kind of for the guy's opinion here. How do we ask for an opinion? No one wants it. The answer is, take a look in the chat window. Lena?
Yes, I can see.
Okay, so the expression is, do you think you could? Do you think you could wait until next month? So either, could you give me the opportunity to? Could you wait? That sounds a little too direct. Could you wait? Or do you think you could wait? Sounds a bit more polite. Do you think you could wait? Do you think you could give me... I don't know if I'd use the word opportunity, only because it's kind of long. But it's okay. I don't know if I'd use it. I'd say, yeah, do you think you could wait until next month? Would you mind waiting until next month? Would it be possible for me to pay in a month rather than right now? All right, last 2, and then we've got to call it a day. Misan, number 5, and Mateo, number 6. Go ahead, Misan. Give me your best guess. Here for number 5, I count 3 words. What do you think, Ms. Misan? Give me your best guess.
We need to pay before the end of June.
Almost. We need you to pay. If you're going to say it with need, it's we need you to pay. Okay?
Yes.
That's not exactly what was said. Did anyone catch the actual thing? Not we need, but a different verb. We. Anyone? We. Going once, going twice. We expect you to pay. Okay. Last one, number 6. Who wants it? No one's left except for you and Frederic. Frederic, want number 6 before we go?
Okay. If we don't...
Good, yeah. If we don't what?
Receive.
Right, good.
Payments by then. Unfortunately, we'll have to send someone run to pick up the computers.
Very close. I'm afraid we'll have to send.
I'm afraid, okay.
Okay, very good. Okay, hang on to that presentation if you like and review it. We're going to be doing the rest of it on Wednesday. I'm going to be asking you to look for other expressions here. We're going to look at the grammar of politeness, and we're going to be getting to a speaking activity where you're going to try out that language in different situations. Thanks for coming. I'll see you tomorrow for speaking skills at noon GMT. Bye for now, everyone.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Thank you, teacher.